Monkey D. Luffy and Cat Burglar Nami. They're both part of the same crew named the Straw Hat Pirates. While Luffy takes the captain role, Nami takes the navigator role, even though she's more as a captain than Luffy at times. These two together are the most popular ships in One Piece. And to be honest, I understand why. These two are always so close to each other. But as you guys know, Luffy nor Nami are interested in being with each other or in romance since they have their own dreams to focus on. But today we're allowed to ship them, and we're gonna see if it makes sense or not. And remember, this is just my opinion. Let's start with the first reason people ship Luffy and Nami, and it's because of this iconic scene from Arlong Park, where Luffy stops Nami from stabbing herself, and when Nami asks for help, Luffy places his straw hat onto her head. If you count the amount of times which straw hat has Luffy's straw hat the most, it's always Nami. And ever since Orange Town, Luffy and Nami had an iconic and unbreakable bond. And this scene from Drum Island where Luffy was climbing up the mountain to save Nami and Sanji. And yes, I know the movies aren't canon, but in movies such as Strong Worlds and Film Gold, we see like Luffy going to extreme lengths just to save Nami. And in almost every manga cover art, Luffy and Nami are always portrayed as kings and queens. If you really think about it, Nami and Luffy have to stay together because their dreams are similar to each other. Nami wants to draw a map of the entire world, which is kind of similar and related to Luffy's desire to become king of the pirates and have freedom. And Nami is one of the Straw Hats that's able to hit Luffy, although I personally think it's not funny and can get annoying. And when this scene from Wano was happening, when Ulti was about to smash Nami's forehead and was forcing her to say Kaido was going to become king of the pirates, despite Usopp telling Nami to lie, Nami just couldn't and just said Luffy will be the one to become king of the pirates. And also this scene from Whole Cake Island, despite Sanji beating up Luffy, Nami decided to slap Sanji on behalf of Luffy for beating Luffy up, and Nami decided to stay with him. But also, if I'm being honest, I understand why people don't like shipping Luffy and Nami. The Straw Hats are like family, nakama, and Luffy and Nami being in a relationship, or even just any two Straw Hats being with each other, just ruins the nakama meaning. And also, wouldn't that just be cliche? Ichigo got with Orohime, who was the main girl of Bleach. Naruto got with Hinata, who was, you can argue, probably the second most important girl in Naruto. Luffy and Nami being together would just be cliche. And I think it would be more unique as if they stay as friends instead of being together. And also the people saying that, oh, Nami has like complete trust in Luffy and would do anything for him, even willing to put her life at risk just to say Luffy would become king of the pirates and would never leave his side. Mind you, this was Luffy's first reaction and first thing to do when he first saw Zoro after not seeing him in a couple of weeks. And also, Zoro's trust goes beyond the cruise. Zoro literally risked his whole life to say Luffy would become king of the pirates, and so that Kuma could not take and kill Luffy. Zoro took all of Kuma's pain and was still standing. And also, Zoro and Luffy's personalities are basically identical to each other. They're both stupid, they have similar goals, and they're reckless. Zoro was the one that followed Luffy onto the rooftop and was willing to put his life on the line just to help Luffy and not let Luffy die. He scarred Kaido because Kaido was about to finish off Luffy. In the English dub, he literally said, I have a duty to protect my captain. But that doesn't mean they have to be getting shipped because they are focused on their dreams. That's the same thing with Luffy and Nami. They're both focused on their dream. And if we're being so dead seriously honest, Luffy and Uta ship makes much more sense since they knew each other since childhood. Looking at that flashback, they were both stubborn and idiots. So now here's the question, could Nami and Luffy really work as a couple? Well, I think they have potential, but it would just really be like a parent controlling their child relationship if you think about it. Nami constantly has to be living her life in stress and fear since Luffy isn't one of the brightest persons on the crew. If you remember what he did back in Wano where he put the crew's life in danger just because he was arguing with Kid and Law about who's the most manly, I think it wouldn't be that much of a good relationship. And if they were, Nami would just charge Luffy for almost every single thing he does. Nami is going to be expecting a lot out of Luffy. And I think personally, if Luffy had like a type in girls, it would either be Yamato or Uta. Because if you really think about who Luffy is, he's reckless, loves fighting, loves adventures, and loves eating meat, and would do anything for his friends. Yamato is basically everything Luffy could imagine as a girl, if he had a type. Anyways guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and put notifications so you guys don't miss any of my future videos, and leave a comment down below you guys tell me what videos I should be making next. Anyways, this is me, Josh Inion out. See you guys later.